Manager.
Okay. I have a couple of things. I have a letter from the Department of Conservation and Recreation to Buena Vista. And this is involving the city's erosion and sediment control program. And it came down and they do a monitoring from time to time, and met with a few of them a couple months ago. Actually, it was kind of interesting because one of them was an old classmate of mine from college. It was good to see him after about 30 years. In response to the information presented to the Virginia Soil and Water Conservation Board by the Department of Conservation and Recreation staff, the board approved the following motion. The Virginia Soil and Water Conservation Board commends the City of Buena Vista for successfully improving the city's erosion and sediment control program to become fully consistent with the requirements of the Virginia Erosion Sediment Control Law regulations, thereby providing better protection of Virginia soil and water resources. And they really mentioned congratulating us twice because they recognized that the city's efforts have been very proactive to implement this program. And I think the city staff can really be commended for heading up that program, and that would be Ms. Trina Mastron, who runs our wastewater treatment plant, and she also runs this program for the city. And I think she also works with Bob Luke and some others to do this. And that's a very good letter because they wouldn't say that if Mr. Fix does that too. Thank you, Brian. So that was good news. And another bit of news, that the general reassessment totals have been complete by Blue Ridge Mass Appraisal. And they called yesterday when I was on my way out, and Marvita Flint has provided the mayor and members of council a memorandum, and I want to thank Marvita for doing that in short order, and appreciate her efforts. But pretty much our overall real estate assessment is down 5% than the last time it was completed. And she's given you the effective tax rate based on the current rate of 93 cents. And essentially that would put the equalized rate at 99 cents for Buena Vista. And that's, we have a process to go through with the Board of Equalization, and that could change that number to some degree, but that's what the current numbers are at this time.
Just a question. When you're talking about that equalized rate, basically what we're talking about is that when someone goes to write their check for real estate tax, it won't be changing much.
It won't be changing much. In some cases it can go up and it can go down. And we used the city employee as an example. And in the case for the equalized rate, and based on the new assessment, the check that they would write for real property would be down about $54 over the year. So you don't know how that plays out until you actually do your own calculation. But I think that's a good point, and that the equalized rate doesn't mean that the taxes that the taxpayer pays is going up because the rate goes up. It's just it's kind of leveling the playing field, and I think that's a good thing for people to understand that that really doesn't change the overall amount of